Hello everyone, welcome to 100 Days 100 DBA Tool Script Series. We are at day 9. Myself Ravi Shekhar. In this today's session, we'll talk about Test-DbaBuild command from DBA tools. Before going into the session, I would like to show you one powerful HTML report which will really help for all our SQL database administrator during health checks, during patch management and during security audits. So this report will really helpful to you. So I have created this report by using PowerShell along with DBA tools command. This report is giving a fully consolidated information about the entire your SQL Server estate. So you just need to pass the server names, the host names in the servers.txt file, and it will automatically detect all the SQL instances in the server and it will generate a report. How many servers are in compliance, how many servers are in non-compliance, how many servers in online state and the compliance percentage. So you no need to pass the each and every SQL instance name. Automatically it will detect and it will cross check what is the latest patch number, what is the latest security build number. So based on that it will cross check, and if the current version and the build target, if it is not matched, then it will show the compliance as no. If it is matched, it will show the compliance as yes, so that we can understand how many servers are patched, how many servers are not patched, how many servers are in compliance, how many servers are in non-compliance. We can track it and we can schedule the patching for the rest of the servers. I will show you how this script is designed and all. So before going into this script, so will talk about this Test-DbaBuild command reference. So the main agenda of this session is why SQL build level matters and what is SQL build and common DBA mistakes and what is this Test-DbaBuild command will do, and we'll see the syntax and also what this command checks internally, and we'll understand the output of this command and also why this is critical for security and why senior DBAs care about this command, particularly Test-DbaBuild and from the DBA tools, when DBA should run this command and what this command doesn't do, and also once you detect the SQL build number, what action we need to perform. We'll discuss everything in this session. First of all, we need to understand why SQL build level matters. As you all know, SQL Server security updates includes only security fixes, whereas cumulative updates will fix the minor bugs and it will improve the performance issues. And also old builds, whatever the old builds their Microsoft is released, it increases the security risk. And most of the incidents are came from unpatched systems. So make sure we need to apply the latest cumulative updates, SQL Server security fixes based on the requirement. So first of all, we need to understand what is SQL build. So as you all know, SQL build is nothing but it is a combination of major version plus minor version and the cumulative update and the minor build number. For example, if you take SQL Server 2019 CU32, then 15.15 is the major version number. Next second digit is nothing but that is the minor version, and 4430 is the build number for CU32, and after that the last digit is minor build number from that particular build. Okay, and if each CPU, whenever the Microsoft released its stability and it improves the stability and security as well. As you all know, from SQL Server 2017 onwards, Microsoft stopped the service packs. Microsoft is releasing cumulative updates from SQL 2017 onwards. This build levels defines the SQL health. So that's why we need to understand and we have to take care about these SQL build levels. So the main common DBA mistakes about this SQL build numbers is patching only during the major upgrades. So it is not a good practice. Whenever Microsoft release the patches, we have to apply on the dev and then test and then production system. So whenever we apply these patches, so it reduces the risk and improve the performance. Usually DBAs are the project team, they'll ignore the CU releases, they will not immediately update. So to implement or to protect our SQL systems, we have to apply the latest patches either weekly or bi-weekly or every monthly. We have to apply the patches, but before applying the patch we have to test it in the lower environment, and every DBA will assume that OS patching is enough for security, but it's not the correct statement. So Windows OS patch is different and SQL Server security fixes is different. So we have to apply the latest patches, and running unsupported builds is a common DBA mistake. If you take one use case, SQL Server is stable for years, so you didn't apply any patches because as your system is stable and without running any issues, and multiple CUs are missed. So Microsoft released so many CUs, but you didn't apply anything, and suddenly security vulnerability is discovered on your SQL system. Emergency, you need to require a downtime to apply the latest SQL patches. So if you take this one example use case, we have to first check the build number. So to check the build number, we have to use Test-DbaBuild build number. Usually from SQL Server Management Studio also, we can check the build number once you connect it to the SQL Server. But we have a powerful command which is Test-DbaBuild from DBA tool. So what it will do is, it compares the install build with latest CU with latest security fix. It will identify the outdated builds, and it is purely safe and read-only command. So before going into this, before testing into this, we'll understand what exactly it will do. So whenever we execute Test-DbaBuild command, it is checking the current SQL version, and also it will check the installed CU level in which CU it has applied, and it will also check the latest available CU from the Microsoft and till what date Microsoft is supporting. It will check all these information. So we have to understand the output, whether the compliant is, if it is supported CU, then it is compliant. If it is if there is any updates are missed, if any CUs are missed, if any security updates are missed, if any GDRs missed, then it will show under as a non-compliance. So we will be getting the clear compliance status by using this Test-DbaBuild command, and also we can get to know that what action we need to perform, what is the actionable recommendation, we will understand by using this command. Why this is critical for security? So CUs fix known for vulnerabilities, and attackers will exploit the unpatched SQLs. So usually if the SQL Server is not patched, attackers will use any loophole. If they find any loophole, they will attack to the system based on the vulnerability, and they will steal the data. So we have to take care about this SQL Server, and compliance will reduce the risk. Make sure we need to update the latest patches. Security team will expect this. Make sure every time we have to apply the latest security patches on the SQL Server to reduce the risk. So before going into this, we'll see how this command works in real time and what is exactly it is giving. We'll check here. So I have opened one server to run this command. So currently in my system I have only one instance, but to check the compliance report by using Test-DbaBuild, Test-DbaBuild and hyphen computer name, or else you can pass SQL instance, you can pass SQL01, and what you can do is SQL01, after that you can update latest. So it is giving the information. If you can see here, the current build is 15.0.2000, but build target, this is the latest build which is Microsoft released, 15.0.4455. This is the latest cumulative update along with security update number. If you can see here, compliant is false, which is nothing but non-compliance. So these are not matched. So current build number is different and the target build number is different. So in this case, it will show as a non-compliance. So we have to apply the latest patch. And what is the version and what is the level of SQL Server is? It is currently at 2019 SESP level RTM version and the SQL instance name is SQL 01. Till August 1st 2030, this SQL Server version will be supported here. So if you want to see this report in table format, just pass the result in format and then format table. Then now you can see here in a table format. So I have used this command to build the powerful HTML report. So but here you can pass multiple server, multiple SQL instances also. So I'm having only one instance, so that's why I passed Test-DbaBuild and SQL instance SQL 01 and the latest. It is checking the latest build number. If you are not sure about this command, what you can do is get command. You can execute Test-DBA, or else what you can do is get help, and you can use Test-DBA build with examples. Once you execute this command, you can understand how to execute this command and which parameters we need to pass. We can clearly understand, but we don't need all this information. So simply what you can do is Test-DbaBuild SQL instance name. If you pass -latest, it will check the latest build number and it will show in a table format. So why seniors care about this? As you know, support audits, whenever there is any support audits or any health checks or any audit is going, so make sure we have to maintain the compliance policy from the SQL side. So and also it reduces the enterprise risk and it improves the platform reliability as well, and it aligns with security standard. When DBA should run this? So usually whenever we want to perform any health checks or patching related stuff or any auditing purpose, then you need to use this Test-DbaBuild command. So as I mentioned, you can pass multiple servers, multiple instances as well. Okay, and also before running any audits, if you want to showcase all SQL servers in compliance status, you can run this command. And after patching, you can also check whether the patch is applied or not, whether the server is in compliance or not. You can check it. And before migrations also, we can use this command whether we have migrated properly or not, whether the SQL server is up to date or not. To check that, we can use this Test-DbaBuild command. And what this command does not do is it will not install any update and it will not reboot any servers. It will not change any SQL related libraries or any reg values. This is purely reporting purpose, and this command is used only purely save and read only information. It is just reading the data and displaying in the console. So what next steps, what we need to do after detecting the SQL build numbers if it is in non-compliance? We have to plan for the CU patching or the security updates. First of all, we need to test that patch cycle in non-production, and we need to schedule for the downtime, and after applying the patch we need to recheck the compliance. If everything looks good, then we'll plan for the production systems. In this session, we talked about SQL build level affects security and how Test-DbaBuild detects the CU gaps and how this command is safe and how automation friendly we have checked. And as I mentioned, these are the very basic foundation command, so to reduce your SQL risk. Before going into the next one, so I will show you how I have prepared the PowerShell script. So in this script, you just need to pass the server.txt file and where you wanted to store the report file, and you can pass your company name, company logo, and you can mention the title of the report. And you can also send the report to your DBA team mail also. You just need to change. Currently I have disabled the email. You need to enable For true you need to change it to true, and then you need to change email to and from, and email server SMTP server you can update here. So here I have given multiple options. If you can keep as none, so it will not send any email, and if you keep it as anonymous, it will send an anonymous email notification from any of the email. And if you are using SSL, then you need to provide the password as well. Just once you downloaded the script from the video, and you just simply execute it, so it will automatically check how many servers you have passed. And if you can see here how many instances we have, what is the CU level and the KB level and the target and the support and complaints or not, and it will show in a report. I will show you here and the temporary. So SQL compliance report at 5:48 p.m. If you can see here, this is the latest report. You can see so whether the server is in compliance or not. So it won't take much time. If it is more than 100 servers, also less than 5 minutes, so it will complete the report and it will send over the email, or you can also access from the server itself. So this is how this script really help. If you like the script, if you wanted to script, you can register my 100 days 100 DBA tool script series in the below course, and like it, comment it, and share it whoever really needs this kind of reports. Thank you.